Hello there. So today's lesson here for saxophone, first of all, we're going to discuss just a few basics before we jump into the music, and I'll show you the book we're going to use today. As you're putting together your instrument, remember to just go on and have your mouthpiece on first before you put the reed on. It just gives you a little bit more to hold on to. I notice a lot of times students will try to just have the mouthpiece only, and it's so small, and they're trying to put the reed on, and it's like you drop it, or break the mouthpiece, or then you go to put it on the neck, and then this comes loose. You have to do it all over anyway. So save yourself time. Put the mouthpiece on the neck, then do the reed. Got to say that before we get started. Now, with the book. Today, let's do some reading out of this book. This is The Essential Elements for Band. It's book 1. I'm going to jump around probably a little bit, but just covering some basics in here. Starting with student page 4. You want to get a screenshot of that if you don't have it. Try to get it. Remind me at your lesson if you need a hard copy of this. If you're taking a picture, I'm trying to get my fingers out of it. Okay, and if we get past that, I'll show you the next page. Well, I'll go ahead and show it to you. This is student page 5. Okay, well, we're starting with page 4, and I will talk you through it as we go through, okay? So as we're going through each of these exercises, the way this book works is that they will show you the new note. As they introduce a note to you, they show you the note, and at the side, they show you how to play the note with what they call a fingering chart with some circles. And it shows you how to play the note. So, for example, this number 1 is starting with a song with a very original title called The First Note, of course. And the note is D, all right? So it says a big letter D, and it has a bunch of circles shaded in. So what are we going to do for the note D? Now, before you get confused, looking at me, I'm looking at you. This is my left hand. Left hand goes on top. Left hand. Make sure you're listening. Left hand. My right hand on the bottom. My right hand, the thumb, goes under that thumb rest in the back. Left hand on top. Your thumb is going to sit on a little circle in the back, okay? So for D, you have all of these keys down, no pinkies. Here, this can get confusing on this part. So you're going to skip one. Here, skip a little one. Here. And for this D, you are going to rock your thumb up and knock this open. It's called the octave key. And that's the note we're looking for, okay? That's called D. Let me try again. Gotta get my neck strap right. They introduce notes on these next pages, 4, 5, page 4, page 5, every other line, like the odd numbers. So what I like to play first is have us play the odd numbers. So let's do that one more time. That is the note D. Rest, then breathe. Do it again. The next note I'm going to have you look at is line 3, a new note. It is C. You're going from everything down to only your middle finger, no thumb in the back. This is one step down. This is the note C. Rest and breathe again. Good. And I'm looking at myself on this stand. You may not have the perfect angle. When I take my breath to breathe to play the note, I do not take my mouth off the mouthpiece. Because, you don't want to jar this too much. I don't go. Instead, leave this set, and then you're going to breathe out the sides of your mouth. See, I didn't move my jaw. As opposed to that. That's real important because, if you're doing that, you can hurt yourself trying to bite back up into it, or it'll squawk or something. You go, what's the sound? Try to keep it steady and just still. It's real important not to play too close to the end of the mouthpiece or nothing will come out. Another thing that young saxophones do is they take in too much mouthpiece and they play, and then they get a squawky sound. Not enough, you'll get nothing. Because you're shutting it shut and the air can't go in. As opposed to being in just the right spot, or if you take in too much, you're going to get that sound, which you don't want. You know, it's just too much. It's just the mouthpiece doesn't know what to do. Okay, number 5, we've got the note B. We did C, now we're to B. And remember, if I'm going too fast, you can always stop and pause and go back. The next note on page 5 is A. I'm going a little faster all of a sudden, aren't I? I was like, oh yeah, they can pause. And then number 9, we're going to need this note is G, like this. No thumb on that. So playing those together is a little scale. You could go backwards from 9, 7, 5, 3, 1, make a song like this. I played it forwards and backwards. Miss Beth, I know my music forwards and backwards. That's awesome. It's awesome. All right, so as you go through in between, now we're going to go back and get some of the songs in between. So those are the notes you're going to need, okay? Let's start with line 4. It's called Two's a Team. To start each note, just review, you're going to go. Your tongue actually separates the air. You're blowing steady. You're not going like, what is that story? It's the pigs and the wolf thing. Oh yeah, the wolf goes to house. I'm gonna blow it down. I'm gonna huff and puff and blow the house down. You don't play like that. With your instrument, you do like a water sprinkler. You know, it goes steady and you know. So your tongue is gonna change the note, okay? But your air goes steady. So let's look at number 4. You've got a C. So start with this note. C, 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 C. Rest, rest, take a breath. You're going to go to D, 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 D. Okay, let's try it together. Ready? Line 4. Here we go. Rest, 2, breathe. Rest, 2, 3, stop. Miss Beth, my D sounded like a train wreck. Remember, don't take in too much mouthpiece or not enough. It takes a long time to figure out where your mouth goes to make the notes sound right. That is a fact. All right, let's look at line 6, moving on up. So moving on up, all of these songs so far have 1 count quarter notes, which means every note is going to get 1 if you were tapping your foot, which you will be. Every time your foot taps, you're going to play a note right now. So like on line 6, your foot's going to tap. Pretend like this is your foot instead of my dried up old hand. This is your foot. And whatever kind of shoes you like. B, 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 B. Then rest, rest, rest. B, B, C, C, D. Rest, rest, rest. Okay, now let's do it with the fingering. Find your B, which is note at number 5. B, 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 B. Rest, rest, rest. B, B, C, C. Here comes the hard part. D. Why did they throw that at the end? I don't know. So it was so good until the last note. D, you got to go from this one finger to everything plus the thumb. So that's the challenge on this line. Okay, here we go. Playing 1, 2. Here's line 6. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. That's where your goal. That's your goal, to make it where it goes from the C Okay, we don't want. Not good. Not good. That means what? You weren't sure where to go, you know, or, you weren't putting enough air in, or both. During the rest, make sure you're always taking a full tank of air, which that's a whole nother series of lessons on video, trust me. Hey, good job today. Hope you enjoy working on your music, and happy practicing.